If you are looking to get the perfect wholesaling real estate schedule, the perfect time of when you should be talking to sellers, making deals happen, actually become successful, this is the video for you. What I want to do today is really not show you what to do, because I feel like, a lot of my videos, a lot of my great wholesaling content is about what to do, but mostly about when to do the wholesaling, right? I feel like that's part of wholesaling that not a lot of people talk about. It's when should I be wholesaling? What's an ideal schedule that successful seven-figure wholesalers do? Ones that, hey, maybe I'm broke. I want to make my first 12 grand this month, or just make six figures in wholesaling real estate. What should I be doing, right? Because what I personally do in wholesaling real estate on a daily basis is going to be a lot more different than what you do. But I feel like you can take some of this. So what I want to do today is just, let's do a clean slate, right? If you're wholesaling houses right now, kind of unlearn all these bad habits you've been getting, right? A lot of you guys you're wholesaling, and maybe you're working 10 hours, or this is my favorite, I'm grinding, bro. I'm grinding, and you're not getting anywhere. And you want to know, like, what is this issue? Why am I not getting to the point where I need to be? Why am I not becoming successful, right? And the honest truth for most people watching this is you are doing the work, but a lot of y'all's schedules suck. And the truth is, and I will tell everyone doing this, 10 hours of wholesaling work is different for everyone. And so if I look at the average wholesaler, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking the average guru trained wholesaler, right? That is putting in the grind, them putting 10 hours in a day. If I put 5 hours of focused work in, and I'm going to show you what focused work is, 5 hours is equal to 10 hours. And so this is the secret I'm going to tell you. And I know this sounds kind of cliche, and this is all this is amazing stuff, but like, what I'm going to do is basically show you how to make 1 hour work equal 2 hours. And this is huge for wholesalers. So like, if you put in 5 hours, let's say 6 hours, it's equal to doing 12. Put 8 hours at 16. And I know it doesn't seem like a crazy deviation, but over a year, that extra double work is like doing 2 years of wholesaling in 1 year, 10 years of wholesaling in 5 years. And so this is effectively what my 7 years of wholesaling has pretty much been 14 years, because I've been doubling the amount of what the average person does. And because I stay very focused on the work I do, I stay very, very, very dialed in what I do. And that's what helped me get from 0 to 6 figures, and then 6 to 7, then 7 to hopefully one of the biggest wholesalers by the end of next year, maybe this year, who knows? But we're trying to gain more cash, more money in wholesaling, and that's the point here. So what I'm going to do is share with you exactly what my schedule is as a seven-figure wholesaler. I'm not the unique one. If I was a seven-figure wholesaler, I'd be doing a lot less work. I do a lot more than that because I make more than that, right? I'm doing what my schedule is consistent to somebody who, by the time I'm 30, I'll know this, I'll probably be the biggest wholesaler in the entire country, just by sheer deals. But I'm trying to get that by like next year. By the end of this year, I'm trying that, but I found there's some more wholesalers doing more than me, which is impressive. No YouTube, no social medias. They're just impressive people. They want to be in the silence of it. But learning, for me to get that title, I'm going to have to work a little crazier, which I'll show you what I'm doing. And so I'm really excited about this, pumped up to share it. And then at the end here, I'm going to show you what a broke wholesaler should be doing. If you are broke right now, you got no money, you want to make 100K, I think that should be everyone's goal. If you got no money, what you should be doing in that specific reasoning and that specific thing. So this is exciting. We're excited. We're jacked up today because I know this is going to help you become rich, help you become successful, and make you a ton of money in wholesaling real estate. So before we break it down, guys, let's quick plug. I have a free wholesaling course. If you guys, I'm teaching you how to do when to do wholesaling, but if you want to learn what the information is, what's my scripts, what lists, marketing, things like that, we're not talking about that today. I have a free wholesaling course called freewholesaling.com. We have hundreds of thousands of people in it. There's no selling on it. There's no upsells. It's just, you go there, you learn wholesaling for free. It's a $7,000 course I give everyone for free. I'm still the only wholesaler in the entire country in the history of this business to ever give everything out for free from a guy that makes millions of dollars wholesaling houses every year. So freewholesaling.com. You want to go out there, check it out. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the number one schedule for wholesalers, right? And so let's kind of talk before we kind of get into this. I want everyone to make a mental note of this, okay? There's one massive issue I believe every wholesaler watching this, and I should put this in the middle of the video, but this, I have to put it in the forefront because I believe, I want to know in the comments, let me know, this is a live stream, what percentage of wholesalers actually do this? Because I truly believe, in my mind, this is a guess, but I would say from the population of the United States, right? I'd say the average adult, only 5% do this. And I believe with entrepreneurs, let's say wholesalers in general, they're probably 15% do this. But I'll tell you, the 7-figure wholesalers, the 6-figure wholesalers, I would say 90% of them do this, right? So the number one schedule issue I've seen, hands down, from so many people is they do not have a plan when they wake up in the morning. And I know this sounds all hoopla, hoorah type thing, but let me be completely honest with you. Most wholesalers, they have no idea when they wake up in the morning what to do. It is a mad scramble when they wake up in the morning. And what do I mean by that? Like, what do I mean like mad scramble? They wake up in the dang morning and they say, oh, shoot, I got to get some money. Let's pull a list. Let's cold call. Let's try to cold call today. Zach just did a pre-foreclosure video today. We'll text that. And like most wholesalers wake up and they're this mad scramble. It's ridiculous. It's like you don't know what you're going to do in the day. I love sports. Everyone knows that. I love a lot of things, right? But like sports is like, if you just play basketball, let's say like an NBA team, all right? And you wake up in the morning and you're playing on your NBA team. Like, okay, we're just gonna free throw it. We're just gonna play it by ear. No plays. We're just gonna have a fun time. And the other team has defenses. They strategize. They go zone. They go man. They change things up. They run plays. You're going to most likely lose. And when you don't plan, you make a plan to fail. And I cannot stress this enough for everyone watching this. If you do not make a plan, you are planning to fail. Who here wants to plan to fail? Nobody. Duh. Right? You guys all want to make plans that will become successful. We think of the greatest people of all time that I look up to, that hopefully people should look up to, right? One that always comes into my mind is like, and I say this example so many stinking times, but it's kind of fascinating to look at these type of people. But like, I love reading I like Julius Caesar a lot. Julius Caesar, if you don't know much about him, he basically ran most of the military in Rome when it comes to, where he was in Italy, but Rome back then. And he basically conquered everything north of that. Like, it's crazy. He went all the way from Italy all the way to basically Britain and just conquer the whole thing. And you think he'd have went willy-nilly like, oh, okay, we're in France. Let's go attack you with a sword. No, they're like, okay, we're going to do this. This is the line. We got to go here. Here. We're going to do a pincher formation. They had all these military plans and strategies, right? And that's how they're able to conquer like that, the Roman Empire, stuff like that. Look at Alexander the Great. He all had plans. Look at all these great people. They all had plan. And so you look at like people modern times, right? Like you look at MLK Jr., right? Love MLK. He would have no one would even know who this guy was if he didn't make plans. He just ran around town all day being like, okay, I feel like doing this. Oh, you know what? I feel like we should do this time. Just people show. No, he made plans. He worked with people. He mobilized. Like people like that made plans, right? And when you think of people like, Gandhi, George Washington, like military people, and then people and just like other things that really achieved great things in life, society, and things like that, they all made plans. And when you're watching this right now and you think you're just going to wake up in the morning and just play it by whatever you feel for the day, that is not how successful people run. And heck, even if you haven't made any money yet, like you need to start thinking like this, because when you start thinking like this, a lot of your stuff starts changing, a lot of your mindset. And I'll tell you, when I talk about actually doing efficient work, when it comes to doing an hour of work is equal to 2 hours for the average wholesaler, when you put in 10 hours in wholesaling, you actually get 20 hours of results. It's making plans. It's not using your mental bandwidth thinking of what to do during the day. You should already wake up like, okay, I'm doing this, and this. It's insane. If you're not doing this, I just wanted to let everyone know you must make a plan before you get up in the morning. So right before you go to bed, write down what has to be done for the day. You should always have a plan for this. If you don't, you're going to be way set back for success. I tell everyone watching, you will. So let's kind of go over right now my schedule. What does Zach Ginn's schedule look like? And then we'll go over basically what the average wholesaler schedule should be. And we'll kind of bring it from the top. So basically start in the morning, right? Whenever really the sun rises, it's kind of changing with daylight savings and stuff. But like usually 7-ish, 6:40, whatever the sun gets up, usually like to wake up, right? There are times I wake up at 8 or 9. I mean, I make plenty of money. So like I can do whatever I want, right? I don't have a job. And so that's the cool part. But generally when I wake up by the sunrise, that's good enough, I guess. That's kind of the routine I have. I wake up, I become grateful that I'm alive. I always wake up and I realize that there's a lot of people that didn't wake up in the morning, and I should just be thankful to play this game of life we have. And it's pretty cool. You're luckier than every dead person right now watching this. So when you wake up in the morning, you're like, wow, I'm alive today. What? How can it be like? Here's the reason why I tell everyone this: you cannot be angry and grateful at the same time. It's like being hot and cold. You really can't. You can only choose to be one. And so I always tell people, choose to be grateful, not angry, and you're always going to be better. And when you're in that better mood, you're kind of a smile to your face. When you get a little tired, a little sad, so we get it. We all get like that. When you're grateful, like, wow, all the dead people aren't tired right now. They're dead, and I'm alive. This is great. I should be thankful for this opportunity to even be alive. I have air in my lungs right now. I'm not waking up in excruciating pain like some people, right? Wow, that's great. We feel a lot better. Just tiny little mindset shifts. I know it's not crazy, but like that's what I do. And then strictly at 7:01, I want everyone to know this. I've told everyone this. I remember there's a ton of people that I have to prove wrong in my life. I know it sounds vindictive, a little revengeful, but there's nothing that gets me more jacked up in the morning than knowing there's a lot of people that don't want to see me successful. There's a lot of people that don't want to see me show up. There's a lot of people that don't want to see me ball on these gurus. There's a lot of people that don't want to see me actually become successful and live the life of my dream. There are people that wait. There's some people like this. You're watching this. You're probably a couple people in your life that maybe know of you, they don't like you, that don't want to see you successful. They don't want you to make 15 grand this month. They don't want you to see you retire your mom. They don't want to see you drive a cool car. They don't want to see you having these good things. Once you realize there's a lot of people to prove wrong. It's when I feel like that, I get a lot of hate sometimes, gets me a little jacked up sometimes. When I see that, how can I be on my phone and scrolling through TikTok for an hour? No, I'm like, wow, I got a lot of people I got to prove wrong. I got to get my butt to work and prove everyone wrong to show that I'm the man. Now, is that an ego thing? Not really. I just like flexing on gurus, but I do realize in my life, there's a lot of people that have preyed on my downfall, and I just got to keep making them cry because I think it's funny. I mean, I guess it's humor, but yeah, I wake up, get jacked up, and then we're good to go. So then my schedule, 7 to 9, I kind of do this, what I call quiet work. And this is stuff I love. Right when like 9 a.m. rolls around, then everyone starts calling me, everyone starts texting me, everyone starts asking things. 7 to 9 is what I like to call quiet work. It's not really work, but it's work, I guess. This is when I kind of can research stuff. And so like when I'm working, like I'm wholesaling, like I'm not doing anything really else. But if I got to look at things that are going to affect wholesaling. And so I know this sounds crazy, but like I listen to the news every morning, but not like a crazy grandpa. But like I listen to some news sources to see what's going on in the world. Unemployment, what's going on in the economy, how's housing, interest rates, what's the Fed going to do? Like all these things that sounds stupid, it sounds boring, but like just knowing what's going on generally in the world, it's good. Okay. I know it doesn't really affect wholesaling too much, but this is stuff that I use for quiet stuff. And so there's a new wholesaling law. I'll go research it. I'll go call some lawyer buddies. I'll go do this or that. Like just quiet stuff I like doing. What I really like doing in the morning now is I listen some, I like listen to the news for like 15 minutes. Like there's some like news segments that are really like biased. And so like, I don't like the right wing or the left wing ones, like non-biased stuff. Just tell me what's going on. And then I literally just like looking at all the JV deals we're doing. What's in the pipeline? Where the new deals coming in? And then on the regular business, where the new deals coming in? Okay, this one's locked up for this. Let's say we could sell for 40. You got locked up for 30, make 10. Okay, I know. And then usually I'll go in the note like, hey, I actually know a guy on Facebook. Here's his name. Go contact him. He'll go do the JV. He'll be a good buyer with us. And then like I do stuff like that. It's kind of stupid, but like a little quiet stuff, like to just generally know what's going on. Even though I pay people to do that for me. I don't know, maybe it's me being a little control freak. A little quiet work. I'll go on the Facebook group, kind of hang out, talk to some people, text them, just quiet stuff, no calls, stuff like that. And then basically from 9 to 1 p.m., this is my flex on broke wholesaling gurus time. And that's basically what I call it. And so that's what I do. Wholesale houses. That makes gurus very upset that I do more deals than them. So that's what I do, right? And so basically what I do is check on the deals, deal with employees, deal with the JV deals coming in, marketing, stuff like that. Go over lists. Me and Rick will just talk for a little bit, just go over everything that's to be done for the day, keeping the whole engine running. That's basically what I do. And then from there, I'll go run around. I like looking at new rental properties. I looking at new real estate to buy, just stuff that adds to, really from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., I do stuff that adds cash to my net worth. And the number one thing to add money to my net worth is buying pretty much rental properties. And how do I get the cash to buy the rental properties? Am I getting loans? No, I'm wholesaling houses, putting the profits from that into buying more passive income so I can make more millions of dollars at 24 years old. Like that's kind of the point. Like I already make millions of dollars now, make a ton of money in passive income. We just keep adding that to the net worth. It's a score in a video game to me now at this point, but it's fun. Literally, I could just go buy the beach house and just sit there, do nothing all day. Just let the rental income come in and do nothing. Everyone has that dream, right? Like you watch all these YouTube channels. Oh, I make $150K a month passive income and I just sit on my beach house and I do nothing all day. Like that sounded cool. And it's not. Okay. Like I'll go out on vacation for like 2 weeks. I'm miserable after like a week, like just sitting doing nothing all day. I can't do that. Maybe something mentally is wrong with me, but like I can't do that. So I just wholesale houses. And then what I've personally found from everybody watching this, I want everyone to know this. This has been the biggest like tip personally for me. Maybe y'all can use it. I don't know. Maybe I have to change it a little, but like what can I do that help me out the most? From 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I don't know why, but from 1 to 2, I literally do nothing at all. And like, what do you mean? Like, I do nothing that is real estate related. I will not do that. Okay. Like nothing to add my net worth, like nothing at all. And so it's like literally a break. It's a 1 hour break, right? I'll get some food or something, but literally I'll go play video games. I'll take a nap. I love taking naps. I don't know. I think working out gets me tired, but like I'll take a nap. I'll do a live stream. So like right now, this is a break for me from wholesaling, is I'll literally just talk about it. But this isn't wholesaling, right? Like I'm talking about it. I'm talking about my schedule. Like this isn't wholesaling to me. Like this will not add to my net worth. Maybe give some JV deals that would be good, but like this is something that's not like talking to sellers and like wholesaling. This is completely different. So this is like my break, I guess. You know, my break's talking about wholesaling. How mentally wrong am I? But I'm just saying it's kind of funny, right? But like that's what I like doing. And so I'll do a live stream here, Tuesdays, Thursdays with Rick. But outside of that, if there's no live stream to be done, I don't record really videos 1 to 2. I'll probably just play some video games, take a nap, and eat. I know it sounds not interesting, but like that's what I do for like an hour. I enjoy it. I think it's cool. But like mentally stopping the real estate thing is like a break. So some people like to take 1 week vacations. All I have to do is take 1 hour a day, and that's all the vacay I need, right? I technically take 2 breaks, I'll tell you. But and then I get back at 2. I'm like, oh my God, you are a lazy piece of snot, Zach. You got to get back. I don't know why, but it's always like at like 1:30, I'm like, okay, can we get back? No, full hour, right? I get back. I keep working. 2 to 6 is really what I call the putting out fires time. I will tell you, there really has never been a week in my wholesaling, because the amount of deals we do, that there's not some crazy thing I have to do. And I don't know the best way to explain this, but I'll get usually, I'll tell you this. Usually there's always a crazy one. Some wholesaler stole our deal. Let's see. Some rental property had a attack on it. This Airbnb person decided to tear up all the flooring. This happened. Just crazy stuff happens. Oh, this person had child support lien on the property, and we're not going to make a $70,000 deal. Zach, go save it with the creative financing, right? Like, just there's always a fire going on, and it's kind of not stressful, but like there's always something stupid happening. Oh, this big opportunity came. Oh, great. Oh, Zach, we need to put. Oh my gosh, what was the last? The last one was, oh, we got to put together this offer for this crazy multifamily in the Midwest. Like, what? Then we got to do that. Like, just something crazy always usually happens. And from 2 to 6, that's what I'm doing. I keep working, I keep doing my thing, but like usually I have to go out and deal with something. Lately it's going out to title companies. Last week we had to go meet with lawyers for real estate related stuff, right? Just all this stuff, dealing with bad HOAs, like just stuff that like I can't have my acquisitions people do. I got to kind of go out here and do it. And it's me and Rick together, but like 2 to 6 is like, I'm just a firefighter putting out fires. It's kind of annoying, but when you do the amount of deals that we do, it's fine. But the sad part though is like when you have so many rentals, there's always something crazy happening that you got to deal with. And that's what I do. And so done working around 6 to 7. I work out with a couple friends, get jacked. But yeah, that's usually my time. I get to work out. It's relaxing. No wholesaling being talked about at all, which is really nice. And then I work out for an hour. And then usually 7 to 11 p.m., I'll go back, eat some food. I'll go record some videos. That's what I usually do at night, because I mean, I'm kind of done working, so I can just do stuff for fun, record videos. I'll hang out with my friends and family, and I like to study something. Usually before I go to bed, like 9 to 10, I'll literally go out here and just study something non-money related. I know that's kind of weird to say, but like that's what I personally love doing. I like to study non-money related things. And so like, is it like history? It's been a really cool one. Learning languages, like puzzles, I don't know, whatever it is, chess, something that's non-money related. That's what I study and do. And so I said last time I talked about my schedule, I was really into Super Smash, the video game, because all my friends keep making me go to tournaments and I keep getting my butt whooped. So I literally for like an hour a day, I would spend playing Super Smash Bros. I was maining as Rob. And so I was studying that hard. And I'm a lot better at it, but like I'm nowhere near pro. Some of my friends are pros at it, like legit professionals. So did that. Now I'm studying Dutch and French, because I'm going there next year. And so I've been studying that. And so something that's non-wholesaling related that keeps my mind occupied. That's pretty cool. And then video games, watch TV, stuff like I know like, Zach, you're not grinding 15 hours a day. No, but I got employees for that. But yeah, 7 to 11, that's it. And then I go to bed. That's pretty much it. But the question is, why does that schedule work? Why have I found a lot of success with it? Why has that always helped me out? Why has that always kept me going? Right? I'll tell you right now, that has worked because I don't really waste time. All right. Like when I have a break, I have a break. And what I mean by that is like, there's no TikTok. There's no me scrolling endlessly on Instagram. There's no texting a bunch of people. This is just focused work. Like my phone's like off when it comes to like family and friends. Family, like I'll get calls, I guess, but like focused work. And this is why when I have 1 hour focused work, it's equal to 2 hours of regular work because I'm not doing stupid stuff. All right. I'm not going out here and like, oh, I'm playing around on Facebook all day. No, none of that's stupid at social media. No, I just work. And a lot of you guys get caught in that trap where you're working, but you're not working. You're kind of like side working, right? If you have a regular job, like I've done that, like I get it, right? When I was working at a grocery store, like, you know, you're kind of working, but you're not. You gotta stop that stupid stuff. Okay. A lot of you're like, well, listen to a podcast. Why texting? It's like, no. Okay. You just got to focus on what you're doing. I know it's boring, but there is a thing I want everyone to understand that your brain has like a dopamine meter. All right. And what I mean by that, like little things get you dopamine, right? And so like, for example, if you play a little video game, you're going to get dopamine from that, right? From playing it, your body gets numb to that, right? And so like, if you're constantly getting things and interacting, when you do something that's kind of boring, like it's boring to you. But like, if you do nothing all day and then like something's like, oh, Zach, you want to go read a book? Whoa, a book. It's interesting because you're not used to like doing something fun and exciting. And so like, it's kind of like a tolerance. And so a lot of you guys, just focusing and doing one task and working is too much, right? It's way too much. Oh my gosh, I can't do it because you're used to playing the video games, the scrolling, the texting, the pictures, the information. Like that's what you're used to. I know. Oh, I have ADHD. You don't understand, Zach. Like Rick has ADHD. We've worked really hard making sure that like we can do all together, and he's dialed it in really well. Even if you have ADHD, you will benefit from the no social media thing. And so like if you have ADHD, you have those problems, right? I can't comment on that because I don't have that issue. But Rick really does. And so one thing he does, which I've actually implemented my own, like what I do is I do time blocks. And so I'll do one task for an hour. And that's all I do for that task. I don't focus on anything stupid else. I get that thing done. And so I'll spend like an hour on the JV deals. I spend an hour on like comping, hour dealing with employees. I'll take 30 minutes out for cash buyer to talk to them if they've been buying a lot of deals, wholesaling related, stuff like that. 1 to 2 hour time blocks. Like, right, for example, I'm on a break. So like this is a time block for this live stream to like take a break, right? And that's what works. Personally, that's what works for me, right? If you actually go out here and start focusing on the work, it works really well. So that's what I do. That's my schedule. I know it sounds weird, but that's personally what helps for me. The cool part is you are not me. You don't have to do that schedule. But personally, what I found when you're running a bigger operation, this is what keeps me sane. I've seen so many wholesalers run big operations and do things like that crazy. They just get out of this business, right? And the truth is, this works for me because I don't have an office. I don't go into an office every day. I'll tell you, if I had to go put on a suit jacket and walk into my wholesaling operation office and go work from 9 to 6 p.m. every single day, 5 days a week, that's the same thing as a job. I hate to tell you, like it's stupid. All right. I work from home. Oh, is that terrible? No. What about your acquisition? Where my acquisitions people are on the road. My cold callers are in the Philippines. They're calling. Like, what do I need an office for? To sit there, sound good all day? Like me and Rick, we've ran a bunch of offices. They're literally jobs. So we just wholesale houses from, the kind of the internet type thing. That's what we do. And so like this schedule works for me because of that. When you start buying offices and things like that, it's ridiculous. The $3 or $4 grand a month we'd spend on an office, we just put that in direct mail. We made more money. I don't want my acquisitions people dwiddling their thumbs. They can go do follow-ups from their house. They're a lot more happier doing that. As long as the results happen, you're good to go. So a lot of people think they have to have this crazy office or something. Like you don't. Like I have an office at my house. That's pretty much it. It's like my studio. Like this is another studio we have. Kind of an office, I guess. But like I mean, like I'll go in here and like my acquisitions people come in, I'll train them. But like I don't really need anything, right? So I think a lot of people get that confused. But that's why you see a lot of wholesalers that run big 7-figure operations. They really burn out because they feel like they're wholesaling hard and then they don't have to work in an office anymore. And then they go retire. Like I just do whatever I want whenever I want. And so the reason why I run my schedule the way I run it is like I go to like Mexico and like on a beach fishing, and I could just stay there for 2 weeks like I do a lot and just do that. Like I can go to Miami for a week and just like chill out and just do whatever I want because I have the computer. That's all I need to run a 7-figure wholesaling operation. I set this business up this way so I could do stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool in gangs. I go to Netherlands for a month and just do whatever I want there, or France or Germany. Like I can do that, and I am doing that, and I have everything scheduled. I've been doing this for the past 2 years. I've had this dialed in where if I got my computer, my phone, that's all I need to run the operation. That's why it works for me. Now let's talk about the wholesaler, and probably the reason why you're watching this is like, okay, I got no money, Zach. I don't have I don't have like 4-hour time breaks and all these things. I just gotta get cash. Zach, I'll do whatever. I'll work 15 hours, and I want to really let everybody know. Yeah, maybe I'm working. What is it like? I don't know, 9 hours a day, maybe 10 hours a day. Like, does that include weekends? Oh yeah, that definitely includes weekends. Weekends are a little different. You know, I don't think I talked about the weekends on here, but like on the weekends, usually 7 to 9, I do my quiet work. 9 to 1, I'll still work. And then usually from like 2 to 6, I'll do something. Friends or family, like, well, there's always something to do. I'll probably go fishing in the morning or something, or like do something fun, then hang out at night. But like, I'll still put in 5 or 6 hours on the weekend just because I think it's fun. But that's what I do. So if you're starting out, you got no money, I want you to understand. Yeah, maybe it's like 9, 10 hours a day I'm working, and I choose to do this. I mean, I'm 24 years old. I got no kids. I'm not married. So like, yeah, I can work a little more. But like, I'm not killing myself here because it's like I'm not taking away from kids or like wife, or like I'm not married. So like I can like kind of just work more and do that, right? It's different, right? Like if you have kids and it's different. I completely understand that, right? So like I have an opportunity to do this. But guess what? I'm 24. Right? Like when I'm 30, I'm probably gonna be a lot more different. I'm probably work a lot less. But I think at 24, it's fine. So when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, right? Those were the years when basically from 17 to 20 years old, for those basically 18, 19, so about three and a half years, all I did was wholesale real. I want everyone to understand, when I was broke, let's talk about my schedule when I was 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. All I did was wholesale houses outside. When high school was over, because I put like 4 hours a day into wholesaling in high school. Like, it wasn't crazy. I still made 6 figures, but like really that 18, 19, 20. So basically when I started wholesaling to make my $1 million net worth, like cold hard cash, I didn't really own a house. I own rentals, but like it wasn't like, oh, it's all in a property I bought. No, it was all cash in a bank account. My first $1 million at 20 years old. How did I get that? I will promise you, all I did was eat, breathe, sleep wholesale real estate. 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. Think about that for a second. That's all I did. Oh, but you do that. No. It's about 14, 15 hours a day. I always worked out, always spent time with family. Friends are a little harder to do, but I still kept up with them. Maybe once a week I'd hang out for like an hour or two. But like 14, 15 hours a day, all I was doing was wholesaling houses. That is literally all I was doing. It was bad. I'll tell everyone, I do not recommend the average person do this. But I told myself, if I'm going to put 15 hours a day for the next 3 years of my life, I'm going to do that for the next 60 years of my life. I can do whatever I want. And so, yeah, I'll still work 9, 10 hours. But like, if I really wanted to, I could slash that in half. I could probably work 3 hours a day if I wanted to. But like, the business won't grow crazy. So like, I still do it. I think at 24, right? Now if kids married, yeah, probably chill that out. Like, I'll probably chill that out a lot more. But like, what's the point? Why am I doing that now? Right. And so this is what I'm doing. So yes, I put 15 hours in. So you might want to put 9 or 10 hours in. And so what I'm telling everyone right now is, I don't know how many hours you should be putting on wholesaling. I don't have it. So is it 17 hours a day? Is it 25 hours a day? Right. Some people are going, I get asked, how much cold calling should I do a day? I'm like, you should probably do about 25 hours a day. And they're like, okay, I'll do 25 hours. No, bro, there's 24 hours in a day. Why are you doing 25? I get that all the time. But honestly, as much possible time you can in wholesaling real estate that doesn't take away from your family or your health, you should do it. And so for the average wholesaler, if you're doing nothing else, I would recommend you put at least 9 to 10 hours a day into wholesaling. I would recommend that. Some people only have 4. Some people heck only have 2. Some people have 7. It's all different, right? And what you should be doing is, if you only have 2 hours, you should be doing marketing that is a lot more efficient, driving for dollars, reverse driving for dollars versus, door knocking, pre-foreclosures. But like, you just got to be a lot more efficient with your time and your money. And so when you're the schedule, if you're a broke wholesaler, I don't know how much time you got, but I would focus on what we call the 3-1-1 approach. This has always been a system that I've always told everyone that personally I've did when I was 18, because I just worked all day. And so like, I usually just split my time between this 3-1-1-1, because your schedule's all over the board. And so that means for every 5 hours of wholesaling work you do, so I usually do 2 of these in a day, 3 hours should be spent towards marketing. 1 hour should be spent towards going on appointments, acquisitions, then 1 hour should be on disposition. About 3-1-1-1, 3-1-1. That's it. So every 5 hours, 3 hours should be spent towards marketing, cold calling, drawing for dollars, texting, skip tracing, whatever it is. 1 hour acquisitions, 1 hour dispositions. And if you have no deals, those acquisitions, dispositions one should be a little shorter, spend more time on the marketing, right? And then if you are a broke wholesaler right now, you should understand that before 9 a.m. and after 8 p.m. should be your quiet work. And so there's no cold calling, there's no texting during these times. Don't talk to realtors. Like before 9 a.m. and after 8 p.m., these are really not what I call, I know this sounds cliche, but like these aren't money-making hours. And what I mean by it's not money-making hours is like you're not going to be like closing deals and making a ton of money at this. I'll be honest with most people doing this. It's not. Okay, what you should be doing is you should just do the quiet stuff. And what I mean by quiet stuff, comping, skip tracing, pulling data, like stuff that's like quiet, but like you shouldn't cold call before 9 or after 8. And so that means during 9 to 8 p.m., 9 to 7 p.m., roughly, whatever way you want to do, you should drive for dollars. You should reverse drive for dollars. You should cold call. You should text, you should talk to sellers, talk to buyers, do digital bandit signs, go to the courthouse, whatever it is, you should be doing this. This is time for you to make money. This is time for you to get rich. This is time for you to go out here and make it happen. Okay? Trying for dollars, cold calling, texting, talking to whatever that schedule is, that daily routine. But from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. is money making hours. That is it. You have to tell yourself, like, this is time to make money. All right? And then, but what if, no. Do it. Go out here and do it. If you need a 30-minute nap, take a 30-minute nap. Whatever you want. But I'm telling everybody right now, that should be your schedule. All right. Get some sleep, get some food or whatever, but really just focus hard on that. You just do a 3-1-1 approach, time block it, whatever you want to do. You got to go out here and do it from there. And really it's like, okay, Zach, but like, and I get this. Okay. I know what time and routine to do, but like, what should I be doing? Right. And for the vast majority of people who need direction, I'll always tell you to create a goal, think about the result, and then do the actions required for said goal. And what I mean by that is, if you want to make 15, 20, 30 grand a month, you're going to have to do the work that it takes to make 20, 30, 40 grand a month. And you have to really kind of reverse engineer things. And so the way I do it is, let's say you're going to make 12 grand in a month. So the vast majority of wholesalers to spend about 300, basically get 300 drawing for dollars leads, reverse drawing for dollars leads. So drive for dollars, pull it, and then reverse drive for dollars, put the sticky notes out there. Then I want you to cold call and text those leads. And then what I want you to do is add 50 texts of any government list you can. Now, if you're broke, you could still text. I get this all the time. Oh, text. Someone literally, these gurus, man, they get me. Oh, gets me upset. You got these wholesaling gurus. Like, they say this month, people are saying this, that texting is dead. Bruh. I love it when gurus say this, because you have a personal cell phone here. You have Google Voice. You have all these free tools for texting, and you can text. Let's do 12 hours times 5, 60. You could send, if you are efficient with your time, 120 free texts a day. Think about that. Freewholesaling.com, we talk about it. 120 free texts a day. And you tell me texting is dead. There's no opt-out language in those. There is no script. You can literally text whatever you want, and it will get delivered for most of them. Google Voice in your personal cell. If you send 5 texts every hour on a cell phone, 5 texts every hour on Google Voice, you will not get flagged or spammed or anything like that. But the vast majority of wholesalers just want to hear what I say, then run with it, not even like listen, go to freewholesaling.com and actually learn the right way to do it for free. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why wholesalers don't understand this, but like, if you actually go to freewholesaling.com, learn how to text for free, you only send out 5 texts per line you have per hour. You can send whatever script you want. It's better than any paid software. Now, I'll tell you this, okay? You probably should be using smszach.com if you want to do kind of more the paid route. But if you're broke right now, you could just use Google Voice in your personal cell phone and just text it out. It's crazy. Most people aren't willing to do that. I don't understand it, right? I think I told the story in my last live stream on my personal channel. But there's this guy at the gym that he's wholesaling land, and he actually does really well, him and his dad. And usually if I work out really late at night, he's there, right? Like 9 p.m. or something, right? And he's a cool guy. He's a young kid. So he saw one of my videos, and he'll like watch some of my stuff, but like he's funny. He's like, I got my phone banned. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, iMessage doesn't work. I'm like, why doesn't iMessage work? He's like, I sent like 2,000 texts in a week. I'm like, when? He's like, all at once. I'm like, yeah, that's because you didn't do the 5 an hour. And so like he heard me, got excited, just started doing it, but he didn't go to freewholesaling.com on that part. He's like, oh, I should have done that, right? And so use different ad copy, do 5 an hour. I'm telling you that's the efficient way to do it. But you get people telling you that wholesaling, like texting's dead, all this stuff. They're doing it because they don't know actually how to wholesale. They're not innovative with their wholesaling strategies. Got to be innovative. And so for everybody watching this, we got to remember, we got to cut the fluff. What is cutting the fluff? A lot of you guys in your daily routines and daily schedules, I want you guys to really understand this. Like, do you really need to take a 1 hour lunch break? Now, I take a 1 hour break. That's different for me. But like, I mean, you could take a 1 hour break, but like, are you going to take an hour for lunch and then a break after that? Do you really need an hour to eat? Are you really eating 4,000 calories in a day? Let's get real, y'all. Okay. You do not need a full hour. You take 30 minutes for lunch, maybe read a book or something, and then just like go in. But like cut the fluff. Like I want everybody watching this, if you're especially younger, look at your screen time and get real. A lot of these teenagers have 8-9 hours a day on their phone screen. And I'm not like a grandpa saying, "You get off that phone, sir." No, like I get it. But like if you're spending 2 hours a day on TikTok, that could be 2 hours on cold call, 2 hours on anything. And maybe you have it 2 hours on YouTube, maybe you're watching this live stream. That's fine. But like be a little more efficient. And what I mean by that, like watch this live stream while you're drawing for dollars. Just listen in, right? You can do the visual if you want. Like there's a lot more efficient stuff you can do. Skip while you're skip tracing, put the live stream on the TV and then start skip tracing manually if you're doing like just I want people I want you guys to watch me, okay? But if you're at the point where you have to watch a live stream and you can't you can't cold call or whatever, probably not the best thing. What you should be doing is like when you're doing stuff that's like, you're pulling lists and stuff, yeah, put the live stream on the TV or whatever, right? Like you don't have to go out here and just watch the live stream. So some people have information, like grab your phone, put the YouTube video I got going on there, and then go on your computer and work. Like you can be a lot more efficient with your stuff too. And so look at your screen time, guys, and get real. Is there any like fluff I can cut out that can add into wholesaling? I would say the vast majority of people watching this, you could probably add an extra hour a day into that. That's 7 hours in a week. That is what? That's 5, right? That's 30. That's about 35 hours, I would say, right? Yeah, I would say about 35 hours in a month. So that's like an extra week. And then like, if you want to get crazier on it, get 7 times 52, right? That's 300 and something, right? 7 times 52, that's 364 hours extra you can do if you just cut the fluff. You'll probably find an extra deal. Make an extra 20 grand from that, right? Telling everybody watching this right now, be more effective. You can use your time a lot better. And I talked to people at a live event, right? And I ain't going to call anyone out, but like this person was just like, they were spending like 6 hours a day with their girlfriend. That's not a bad thing. I'll tell you, that ain't a bad thing. I get it. But like they were working and then they like hang out for 30 minutes with the girlfriend. Then they go back to working and like do it. And I'm like, the girlfriend was there. I was like, hey, girlfriend, like, do you like that? Where you're like, he'll hang out with you and then leave and then come back and like, no, like, all right, how about this? How about you don't see the girlfriend? They live with each other. I'm like, how don't you don't see your girlfriend from 9 to 5? What? Yeah, don't even talk to her. And then from 7 to 11, all you do is focused on her. It's all about her. She's the princess. I didn't say it like that, but she was like, yeah, it'd be way better if you just spent 4 hours focused on me versus like kind of working, kind of not, but I spent 7 hours. No. It's better just have quality time with that person, right? And so like a lot of you guys will do that, right? You'll kind of work and kind of like, you got to get real with the time you got. And so I'll tell you the vast majority of people, look at your screen time, get real, look at your time, get efficient with it. I don't think I talk about this enough in wholesaling, but like your social media, guys, just, social media is there to get you addicted. Smoking cigarettes, the point of smoking cigarettes is to get you addicted so you keep buying them. Same thing with social media. They're here to get you keep going, right? And so this is why a lot of my YouTube videos, like the gurus don't do this because they want you to keep watching. I'm like, oh, yeah, subscribe to the channel, stuff like that. But like go out and work and then come back to me. Like you don't have to watch every single video. No, I tell everyone should watch as many videos as possible, right? But like if you're watching videos and not working, like I'm going to tell you on the live stream, like get all those live streams, start cold calling, right? But I think it's a healthy balance. I think everyone watching this probably does have a healthy balance to it. But for most people, you have to turn off your social media during money-making hours. That's it. It's money-making hours, guys. And I know I'm doing this during money-making hours, this live stream. This is my break. But like I'm telling everyone watching this, yeah, you can watch this live stream as your break, I guess. But you do that too. You network in the content, you kind of can make money. I'll tell everyone, if you're on this live stream right now and you feel like you're not doing anything, go to the comments, let people know who you are, where you're working, things like that, and get a JV deal. Promise everybody, you could probably make 50 to 100 grand this year if you just go on every single live stream and networked in the comments. Let people know who you are, what you got buyers for, what you need help with, and what you're really good with. You can make a ton of money in the comments. Guys, you got thousands of people watching. If I put your YouTube thing on your profile, people will hit you up. You'll do wholesaling deals, okay? And so like, for example here, I see this in the comment, like, where is this? Shout out to Hector Guzman. We love Hector. Hector was actually on our podcast. He was able to quit his manager of a Pizza Hut, and he's making a ton of money wholesaling houses. He's in the Missouri area. He's a great guy. He's actually doing JV deals with people in the live stream and in the Facebook groups and things like that. He'll make a ton of money doing that. So like, let people know who you are, okay? Let people know you are. Jeremy J. Miller, he said Murfreesboro, Tennessee, wholesale looking to JV, right? Does he have buyers? I have no idea. He's got to be a little more specific. I'll tell everyone with this. I'm not critiquing him. Actually, I am. Jeremy, are you good with buyers? do you have deals that you need help with? Like, you got to let people know what exactly you're here to JV, right? I think that's the one thing I want people to know. Like, do you have the buyers? Do you want, like, like RK, like I know RK does deals. Shout out to RK. He's been on this channel forever. Like, he's always been supporting it. But like, if you're in pit and wants to JV, like, do you have the buyers, RK? Or are you looking to get your deals dispoed with someone, right? That's exactly what we got to do. So if you get more efficient with it, you'll do a lot better. But guys, that is the perfect schedule. I'll tell everyone, if I don't know a better schedule, I think a lot of people, I hate to say this. A lot of you guys get like, oh, you must read. I get these gurus say, you must read 4 hours a day. You must spend an hour reading. I'll tell you this, okay? Reading's helped, but it hasn't been this like mind-changing thing that people make it seem. And I know I'm getting a lot of flack for this. Like, yeah, I've read a lot of books, and there's not one that's like changed my mindset. And because 2024 things has changed so much, like everything has changed everywhere, right? And so like what I mean by that is when you're like, there's all these old books I got sitting over there, and some have changed a lot the way I think, but I like listening to the authors more. And so for example, we have Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins, amazing book. I love that book, but I've gotten more from watching Tony Robbins talk than from reading his book. So I like listening to the authors talk because the way they talk is a lot better. A book's all curated, edited, and stuff like that. Sales training. There's never been a book that taught me how to cold call. There's never been a book that's taught me how to text sellers the right way, because texting changes all the time. I was in Barnes & Noble the other day, and I saw a book on Facebook ads. It was the funniest book I've ever seen. I should take a picture with it. Like, this book was printed in 2018. And you're gonna teach me how to do Facebook ads. Yeah, like nothing changed. They got SEO stuff. It's hilarious. And so this is why I do live streams. So let's say I wrote a book on wholesaling houses, right? It would take me a bunch of time to do that. But like, why don't you just go in the live stream, hear me talk about what's working currently right now? Boom. It's easy. But yeah, that's the one thing I'll tell you about my schedule that I don't add in. Like, I don't read crazy, right? I'll listen to authors and stuff. I'll always study things. Like, I mean, I'll read, but like not books. Like, I'll read articles, news sources, study things, but like I ain't going to a book for that, right? I think a lot of people overrate books. I don't know. I think it's a new age. Maybe it's my generation. Like, audiobooks are good, but like, just telling you, it's hilarious. So guys, that is the schedule you got to be doing. If you are not doing the schedule, you are definitely, you are not doing it the efficient way. You are definitely missing out. I feel like if everyone efficiently knows how to wholesale houses, they efficiently know how to talk to these sellers and efficiently go out here and do it, you'll do a lot better. So we're going to do a quick audio check here. We're going to start pulling some questions up and answering them, because I'm here to help you guys out. Help as many people as possible here. All right. Looks good. Looks good. 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 All right. So let's answer some questions, see what we got here, and go. So let's see here. What's up, Kalia? I'm Connecticut. I have buyers. Awesome. We talked on the one-on-ones before, so shout out. Let's see here. Oh, RK is Rob. Oh, there's another RK that's been on this channel for like 5 years straight. Not just Rob, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. And yeah, there's a video game character in Super Smash. His name's Rob. He's a robot. Robot. But yeah, that's a different one. Let's see here. Awesome. Jason says, Zach, when cold calling, should I ask, do you have any other properties you want to sell? If they say no to selling the original. So I think that is just, okay. Quick answer, no. I don't do that. A lot of people have said that. They have not said that. But if they have another property, they usually tell me. And I have found that a waste of time. Asking that versus getting an extra couple leads called, I have found to be better. And so, yeah, no. I've tried. People said that's like the big secret into wholesaling, to change the world. I have personally not found that like this world-wrecking secret, just being honest. Yeah. Gurus say wholesaling is dead. I've seen gurus say cold calling. They've all said all these things are dead. And the truth is, yes, they are dead if you do it the way that they talk about it. But if you do the government lists, if you use my scripts, if you use like things that are like aren't said really much, you'll be a lot more efficient with that. So these gurus, man, they drive me crazy. Can't go wrong with Super Smash Bros. It's so stressful. I got last tournament, I got whooped by Yoshi on a no platform map. That was embarrassing. I got 2 stock. But yeah, that was a rough one. I'm really good at Mario Kart though. I'll tell you that. Like Mario Kart, I'll beat the Super Smash Bros in Mario Kart. But holy moly, when it comes to Super Smash, I'm working on it. Yeah. What news source do you use? So that's a good one, Devin. Honestly, I know it sounds crazy to do it, but like CNBC, I know that sounds like weird. It's not, it's the most unbiased news I can tell you. I know it's not, but like, cause they're like, it's money related. There's no like political agenda with CNBC. Like, I mean, they don't really push stuff. That's why I like CNBC. I know it's not weird to say. No, sorry. My bad. MSNBC. My bad. What's the stock one? Is it CNBC? No, Which one's really politically to the left? The business. All right, CNBC. Yes, CNBC. MSNBC is the one that's like left leaning. I think I found. And then there's like Fox News, which is like kind of to the right, right? CNBC. So that's like the business stock market channel, and they have like they do like stuff on like my Amazon, like they'll do it, right? But yeah, no, I'll tell you. That I've personally found the best. I like NPR too, but they have a little bias going on too. BBC's okay, but like not the I have personally found everyone that CNBC's been the best one because they'll just tell you news and how that affects the economy and money. I know it sounds crazy, but like that's kind of their focus. That's their spin. They'll tell you the news and what this means for this. They won't say this is a good thing or bad thing. Like they'll say there's a government shutdown. They're not going to tell you, oh, it's bad that the government's shutting down or it's good because of this, or that. They'll just tell you the government's shutting down, what this means for like money, real estate, things like that. And like, I know it sounds weird to say, but like that is personally, I have found they have like little segments. They'll go for 15 minutes, just tell all the news, like 15 minutes. I'll pop that on. That has been the best news I've found. You guys listen to political news from left or right and all this. I personally don't get into that stuff. What political party am I in? I'm in the wholesaling real estate party. It's going to help wholesaling real estate. I'm all for it. So